Hello, my friends. Hello, friends, and everybody that's coming in. Welcome to week 2 of our joyful journey that I am doing over the next 5 weeks here live. Free on Instagram. Joyful Journey. It's basically a 5-week journey where I'm going to go live every single week on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern all the way through April 14th that I launched the Joy Method. And Joyful Journeys are workshops and giveaways, all focused on personal growth and spirituality and really ways to lead a more joyful life. So I'm doing it because I want to bring you content. I want to bring you value. I want you to have something to look forward every single Wednesday, a place to feel grounded and centered and feel really confident about yourself. And also, I want to create momentum and excitement on this brand new round of the Joy Method, which is my 8-week program. Joy Method stands for the journey of you. And we're going to be together for 8 weeks, really understanding things in your life that bring you joy, understanding and taking responsibility for things in your life that are not really working out for you, and claiming your worth. So there it is. You can go to the link in my bio right now, maybe right after this, and sign up and get all the details. But I want to get right to it. So first of all, I want to announce the winner of our first week giveaway, which is a $25 gift card that I gave. And I want to say it was either to Amazon or something. I should know these things. I should have checked. But either way, I am gonna put it on the post. Lisa, you are the winner. I will tag your handle and you can send me a DM. You won an incredible $25 gift card to your choice. I think it was Amazon or something else. I can't believe that I'm not remembering. Thank you. Amazon or Starbucks. All these things are happening. Thank you so much, Claire. And I'm starting a brand new giveaway this week, week 2 of the Joyful Journey. And you get a $25 gift card, your choice, to either Etsy or Amazon. And I might be making that up as well. It's like, Steph, know these things before you come on live. But I posted it today on my IG. So you have a week to enter and win, and let's have fun with it. Like, free money, let's do it, right? So I want to get into today's workshop. It's going to be about 20 minutes. And today's workshop, I'm going to share with you 10 tips, 10 ways that you can use right now, today, to increase joy in your life. There are a lot of things happening in the world that are really stressful, and whether it is in your personal life or in your business or just being in the pandemic, that can feel really stressful. So I took some notes today, and that's why I'm looking down on my computer to let you know these are 10 ways. Whether you do all 10 things in one day, which you can, whether you do 10 things when you're feeling down, or maybe you pick 1 or 2 things that really resonated with you and you begin to implement these things in your life, it's going to create a huge difference. So before I start, take out your journal, take out your pens, because I know you're going to want to take notes. For sure, because these things are super powerful. These things are tried, they're true, they're tested. These techniques and tips work, right? So first thing I want to start by saying that joy and fulfillment are things that you have within yourself. So I want you to be really clear, right? There is friendships and money and jobs and relationships that will bring joy and fulfillment in your life 100%. But if you are unhappy at your core within you, it does not matter if you have the greatest relationships, all the money in the world, all the material things in the world. If you are unhappy with yourself, trust me, those things in your life, when they appear, you're still going to be unhappy. I have clients that I work with that have a ton of money, have a ton of material things, and they are still really unhappy. So the reality, the truth, the key to that fulfillment and that happiness is for you to realize that those things exist within yourself. And what I'm going to share with you today are things that allow you to create joy and fulfillment within you, right? So that way, when you get the relationship that you're looking for, the money that you want, the apartment or the job, you're already going to feel happy. So those things are going to be like the cherry on the top, the brownie on the top, the sprinkle on the top, right? They're things that are going to add to your life, but they're things that they're not going to make you happy just by having them. I want you to know that you can be happy by being exactly who you are. So let's get started. Number 1 out of 10. Number 1, take time. And when I'm looking down, I'm just making sure that I'm looking at my notes and making sure that I'm not forgetting anything. So number 1, take daily time to reflect, to pause, and to reset. I know for sure that if you're watching this, you have a ton of things that you're juggling in your life, right? Whether you're a mom, you have a job, you have multiple jobs, you're going to a job, you have your business. There's a lot of things that we are juggling, right? And if you're not taking at least 5 to 10 minutes out of your day to pause, reflect, connect, and observe, it's going to be really hard for you to know what's bringing you happiness and what's making you miserable, right? So a lot of times it's like you're thinking to yourself, I'm so stressed out, right? I don't know what's going on, or I'm so angry, or I'm so sad, or I'm feeling down, I'm feeling depressed, or I'm feeling super joyful, and I don't know why. And the thing is, when you take time to reflect and to pause, you're going to begin to learn how to connect the dots. And then you're going to begin to be like, you know what? I'm really sad because of this. Or I'm super happy because of this. Or I'm feeling anxious exactly because of this. And when you're able to pinpoint your emotion with what's happening in your life, then you're able to create more of that emotion, or then you're able to remove the things that are causing you anxiety. Otherwise, you're walking around feeling discouraged, feeling like you don't know how to control your feelings and your emotions, because you're not taking time to pause and reflect. So maybe the reflection comes first thing in the morning, right? Maybe the reflection comes at night when you're taking a shower before going to bed. Like, I love reflecting when I'm in the shower. I take a little bit of an audit of my day of like, hey, these are the things that brought me joy. These are the things that I'm feeling anxious about. And then sometimes I don't know what to do with it. But then I always ask for help. And the help that I first and foremost always ask with is asking my intuition and my highest self. Hey, what's going on? Why am I feeling anxious? How am I able to understand what's bringing me joy or what's bringing me anxiety, right? And I put out the question to the universe, to my intuition, and I leave it an open question. Instead of being like, I'm so anxious, this sucks. It's like, I wonder why I'm so anxious. I'm ready to figure that out, right? So tip number 1. Tip number 2 is play just for the sake of playing. We are adults. Most of us that are listening here, we are adults. We lead a busy life. We have responsibilities and bills to pay and jobs to get to, or business to grow, and all these things. And we don't take time to play. We're so busy with like, oh my goodness, making sure that everything is checked off, and you have like a mile-long to-do list. Yes, I love that. Yes, I definitely need time to do this more. I love that you're saying that. Absolutely. So what are ways that you can play? I want you to set time once a week, maybe for 20 minutes, maybe for an hour, and just play to play. Maybe it's building a Lego. Maybe it's doing a little bracelet, playing with your crystals. Maybe it's doing a puzzle or learning how to play the guitar. Doing video games or listening to music and just like laying in bed singing along. Like this afternoon or right before this, I was working on this and I was listening to Shakira and I was just singing along for like 2 hours, and that felt super playful to me. So the thing with playing is that you can lose yourself in it and you have fun, and that increases joy in your life. Otherwise, your days, your weeks, your months becomes about, this is what I have to do. These are the things that are really important, and you forget to have fun. I remember when the last couple years in corporate, I was so focused on the work that I was doing and just working 16, 17, 18 hour days that I had totally forgotten how to have fun. And honestly, that began to create a little bit of depression in my life. When I started working with a coach and she was talking to me, she's like, what do you do for fun? I'm like, fun? I'm sorry. What do you mean by that? Like, I had literally forgotten how to play, and that was the root of a lot of the things that I was so sad. So tip number 2, play. Set time aside, block your calendar, turn your phone off, unplug, and play. Tip number 3, to start increasing joy in your life right now. Spend at least 5 minutes a day pretending as if you got everything you wanted. This one is so important. So the thing is, you have dreams, you have wishes, you have desires, right? And when you think about it, you're like, oh, this thing is not true. I don't have the money. I don't have the boyfriend or the girlfriend or the wife or the baby or the apartment. I don't have this. When am I going to get it? This is not that. I want you to spend 5 minutes a day like you are a princess or a prince or a queen or a king, and just pretending as if everything you want already happened, right? I love to do this when I get ready in the morning. So getting ready in the morning for me is getting into the energy of the things that I'm calling into my life. So this morning I was playing some like French music, right? A la Emily in Paris. And I was doing my hair and my makeup, and I was already pretending as if all these things that I'm calling into my life already happened. So 5 minutes a day, it may not seem like much, but it is so powerful if you're fully into that energy, as if I got the husband, I got the kids, I got the job, I got the money, and it feels so good. I'm spending money on this and that, and just like fully allow yourself to connect with that energy. Again, 5 minutes a day is it's everything you need, because the thing is, when you give joy to the energy of your desires, and desires usually are exciting and you look forward to these desires, you're going to end up increasing joy in your life. If you're mostly focused on the things that are not working out for you, that thing's not going to work out, right? So remember, focus on your desires, pretend as if they already happened, and just fully go in. Tip number 3, so good. I love to hear from you as I'm sharing these with you. Which ones are resonating? Which ones are you already doing? And which ones are brand new and you're like, I didn't even know this was a thing, and I'm definitely going to try it. I love this. All right, tip number 4 on how to increase joy in your life today. Give yourself time to rest and recharge. I've had a ton of clients, hands down, private coaching clients in the past few weeks that I'm having a session with them and they're like, Steph, I took the day off. I took my car. I drove somewhere. I'm just hanging out. Like, people more and more in realizing the importance of reset, rest in order to recharge. So sustainable joy and sustainable energy is possible when you give yourself time to rest and recharge, right? Because in those moments, you're not hustling. A lot of times we hustle and we have a lot of things to do because subconsciously we're trying to prove to ourselves that we are worth it and we deserve it. And the truth of the matter is that you are worth it and you deserve everything that you want, because you do. Take a minute and take that in. Right? You don't have to prove anything to yourself. You got everything in your life that you desire, and you get to have it because you do. And when you are resting and when you're recharging, you're able to A, appreciate the things that are going on in your life. B, you get to give your nervous system a little bit of a break. And C, you get to realize how powerful you are. You don't have to constantly be in hustle mode in order to achieve the results that you want. So if you want to increase joy in your life, rest, unplug, recharge, sleep until noon, and allow yourself to fully be in the mode of receiving instead of the mode of constantly doing and taking action. Yeah, yes. That's right. Pupak, thumbs up. Tip number 4. I love that. So glad that resonated with you. Tip number 5. So again, keep out your journals and keep writing these down. The idea is not to do all of these. The idea is to pick 1, 2, 3 that resonated with you and be consistent and do these every single day. So number 5, appreciation. Where are the things in your life that you already have that you wanted a year ago and you didn't have, or that you wanted 10 years ago that you currently have? Where can you start appreciating? The energy of appreciation is so damn powerful, because when you sit and you appreciate, and even if the appreciation is, I have a beating heart, I have lungs that get me oxygen, I get to hear, I get to see, I get to smell delicious food. Anything. I have a phone and a computer in which I can watch this incredible live, right? Once you begin to settle and tune into the energy of appreciation, that is directly correlated to the energy of joy. And from that place, you can pretty much get any of the solutions to the things that are bringing you anxiety. The energy of anxiety and worry or fear are going to bring more anxiety and more fear and more worry. But when you flip it, and the way to flip that is by appreciating, right? So when you begin to appreciate, that connects to bringing you joy. And from that place, you have the solutions to create anything that you want in your life. Tip number 6. Number 6 is growing through pains and challenges, right? If I were to ask anybody that's on live or that's watching this later, hey, tell me something that you're experiencing right now that feels really difficult. Each of you would have something to share with me, period, right? Any of us, all of us are going through something challenging. But if you take the challenge and make it even harder and sort of beat yourself up for that and you get even more stressed, that's not creating growth and that's not creating joy in your life. That's creating more stress and you more feeling even smaller. So I love the question is when you're going through the challenge is what am I learning through this challenge, right? How is this challenge here to serve me? An affirmation that I use all the time is everything is always working out for me. So when I'm going through the challenge and I'm like, oh my God, this is so hard. How am I going to get out of this? I ask myself, because everything is always working out for me, how is this challenge allowing things to work out for me? How is this challenge allowing for me to grow? How is this challenge giving me an opportunity to strengthen my confidence in who I am, right? So when you're going through a challenge or through a pain or through something that feels difficult, asking yourself, how is this allowing me to grow? How can I become stronger through this? Because this is something always and forever that is allowing you to grow. So look at it from that angle instead of looking at it from the angle of this is so hard. So this is what I do with myself. When I go through something hard and I feel like this season in my life, everything feels really difficult because I am growing a ton. It's like quantum leaping. I literally have to ask myself every day, how am I growing through this? How is this working out for me? Because everything is always working out for me. So because everything is always working out for me and everything is for my best and highest good, how is this challenge for my best and highest good? I sit with that, I reflect, and within a minute, I'm like, of course, this is growth. I get to step into my confidence. I get to step into my power. I get to be even more resilient than I was yesterday. A powerhouse. Yes, 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 yes. Number 7, right? 7 ways to increase joy in your life. Number 7. And I know for some of you, you're going to be like, I'm not doing this. I don't want anything to do with this. Give yourself the space to cry, to release, to get angry, right? If you're walking around with all of your emotions bottled up inside, at some point you're like a pressure cooker. That shit is gonna explode. Your little body cannot hold all those emotions. So whether the emotions and the pain and the tears are going to come through a disease, through sickness, through depression, through breaking out, any of the things, it's because you're holding things in. So when you feel like crying, whether it's like you're watching a commercial and you're crying, or you're in a meeting and you're about to cry, put yourself on pause or finish the meeting, hang up, bawl your eyes out. Listen, you're not going to cry for more than 20 minutes. Maybe an hour tops. Like crying is super exhausting. Do you ever remember last time you cried? And after 20 minutes, like even if you're trying to like push it and be like, like eventually like tears won't come out. So tears are so powerful because the things that consciously your brain does not comprehend to process them, tears will do the job for you. So how awesome it is that you don't have to do the job. You can just cry for 20 minutes a day, and already that's going to help you process so much, right? A lot of the things that you don't want to talk about because they're really hard and difficult and challenging to talk about. When you cry, you're not going to have to talk about those things because you're going to process them through crying, right? Or get angry and yell and curse somebody out or something out. Right? Release all of that, and then you're able to remind yourself of who you are, and then you're able to sort through things. But if you're feeling like you're like, allow yourself to cry. When I go through coaching calls or even the Joy Method, we have so many sessions that members are just crying. Listen, I don't get uncomfortable with crying. I have calls literally that even with angel readings that people come in, the minute we get on the phone, tears just are coming out and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, A, you don't gotta apologize. B, keep crying. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just gonna hold the space for you to cry, which is why the joy method, by the way, is so powerful, because you're gonna get this beautiful, safe container to cry, to release, to transform, get to the next level, right? Tip number 8. We got 2 more to go. Number 8, forgiveness. Forgiveness is so powerful. Listen, through the forgiveness, through the process of forgiveness is where you will find peace. So I want you to think of somebody in your life or something in your life, and this could be a person, a job, a relationship, a conversation that you are so angry about. Whether you have the right to be angry about or whether you're just resenting the person for something that they did, bring awareness to it, right? And then I want you to ask your angels or the universe or God or source, your highest self, whatever you want to ask, show me how I can forgive. Because sometimes you might be like, I don't want to forgive. Like, they deserve it. And it's like, yeah, they deserve it, but you don't deserve to hold on to this poison. So if you want to increase joy in your life and you have somebody that you're consciously angry about, those 2 things are going to butt heads. Yes, thank you for saying that. Myself. Yeah, you can be angry at yourself 100%. So sit with that and be like, all right, God, all right, source, all right, angels, all right, light. I don't know how I'm going to forgive myself because there's a lot of things that I'm holding myself hostage, but I'm willing to forgive myself. Please show me. You got to give the universe the green light for them to bring you the resources in order how to forgive yourself. So don't think that this is your responsibility. For now, your responsibility is to have the willingness to forgive yourself. And then keep your ears wide open, keep your eyes wide open, because the universe is going to begin to send you signals on how you can begin to the process to forgiveness. So much love, so much light. Hold yourself with a lot of grace in the journey of learning how to forgive yourself, one step at a time. Number nine, babies. Number nine tip on how you can increase joy in your life: community. The people that you are surrounding yourself with is extremely powerful. I was reading this book the other day on people that have been super successful, right? Like millionaires, billionaires, like just have had like a lot of success, not just with money, but things that they've brought to the world. And they're like, what is the one thing that allow you to create that success? And out of all of them were like the community and the people around me that were supporting me, right? Because community, you're able to pick up a phone and be like, oh, I'm going through something really difficult. Can you help me? And I have to give myself credit, right? Because this year, I've really allowed myself to rely on the people that I work with, on my family, on my friends, and be like, oh, I'm going through a hard time. Normally, for the longest time, I played the martyr role, where it was like, I need to keep this to myself. I can't burden others. Others are so busy. I'm like, listen, if people are asking me how can I help, right now I'm going to tell you. Because I've noticed that when I am open and I'm vulnerable and I shared something that feels really scary or really intimidating or something that brings me a lot of worry, I immediately feel better. People want to help. Think about it. Think about this. I'm asking you. You like to help people, right? Don't you? If somebody's like, hey, can you help me? You're like, I love to. It feels good to help people. Now, on the other hand, people are wanting to help you and you're robbing them of the opportunity of helping you. So something you love to do and it feels so good for you to help others, you are not allowing others to do that for you. Also, like, not cool, right? So as much as you love to help others, others love to help you. So allow yourself to have a community that you trust, which is why, and of course I'm going to plug it in, the Joy Method that's currently open for enrollment is so powerful and so beautiful, because you're going to have a community of incredible souls and moi to support you in your journey. You don't have to go through this shit alone. Life is hard enough at times that then you feel like you need to do this on your own. You're not doing this on your own. So rely on the people around you that are constantly telling you, how can I help? Let me help you. Call me when you need them. Call them. Cry on the phone with them. Reach out to them. Have a community that you trust that supports you. That is a huge way to increase joy in your life. And then the final rule to increase joy in your life: do one thing a week that breaks all the damn rules. And I'm not saying like police rules, society rules. Like, I'm not trying to get you arrested. You have your own integrity and ethics, right? But do one thing a week that breaks all the rules. And what I mean by that, why is this increasing joy? Because you're probably thinking like, I should only have ice cream once a week, or I need to walk every day, or I need to wake up at 6 in the morning and meditate, or I gotta make sure that I wash my face every day. Like, I want you to do something that when you do it, you are giddy, right? You're like, ooh. So for me, yesterday, I've been wanting ice cream, right? And yesterday, like, I really wanted ice cream. So I went to the shop right underneath where I live, and I got like the most incredible ice cream. It's like apple pie ice cream, which I've never had in my life, and literally tasted like an apple pie, which is like one of my favorite desserts. Like, it even had like little apple pie crust. Anyways, apple pie ice cream and sea salt ice cream and sea salt caramel ice cream, and I ate it before dinner. And it felt like I was being like a little rebellious kid. I'm like, ooh, I'm eating ice cream at 5:30. Like, who gives a shit, right? But for me, it brought me so much joy because I was being decadent and fun and a little rebellious. So do one thing a week that you normally like sleep in, or stay up really late, or have breakfast for dinner. Like, I don't know, something that feels like a little rebellious and fun, like you're a little kid. That's very childlike of you. Even you hearing me talk about it, doesn't that feel exciting already? Like, ooh, I can't. Or calling sick, like play hooky one day. Do something fun that you normally don't allow yourself to do because it falls within the rules, right? Like, just once a week, that's gonna hugely increase your joy and bring momentum to your life. And there it is, my sweet loves. Those are 10 ways to increase joy in your life right now. I would love for you to tell me one of these things. So here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're watching this, you know that it is week 2 of the Joyful Journey giveaway. For you to get extra bonus entries, I want you to go to my post today that says week 2 giveaway and tell me, or actually DM me. That's going to be easy. DM me one thing that you did this week that brought you joy. When you DM me, if you do it between today and next Wednesday, the 24th, then you will get extra entries to win a $25 gift card to Etsy or Amazon, I think. $25 gift card, your choice. So remember, the Joy Method is open for enrollment. It is my 8-week program. We start on April 14th. It's a live program, and it's all about the journey of you, how to increase joy, fulfillment, not just in your career, but in your personal life. Go check it out. Payment plans are available. We're going to be together for 8 weeks, and it is the most beautiful container. If you're feeling called to join, I would love to have you. Have an incredible rest of your week. Thank you for joining, and remember to follow your joy always and in all ways. Mwah. Have a great night. Take care.